Tonight on Q2, putting criminals behind bars. With a rise in cases, the FBI is setting up shop in Billings. We'll take you there. Plus, hospital drama.
The state did not send me information on it. I had to go seek it once it went to the press.
The new mental health hospital is headed to Laurel, a decision questioned by some city leaders, but backed by Montana's governor.
We're not going to go someplace where it's not wanted.
And adopt a family.
It warms my heart to know that we can help out the community in that way.
A nonprofit is looking to bring Christmas joy to families across Billings this holiday season. The MTN 10 o'clock news starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Well, good evening, and thanks for joining us on this Thursday night. I'm Russ Riesinger. Taking a bite out of crime. That's the goal of a new FBI field office that officially opened in Billings this afternoon. Officials from Montana and the FBI gathered to cut the ribbon on the office in downtown Billings. FBI Operations Director Michael Glasheen says the office is needed here because Montana has seen a 56% increase in the number of investigated cases over the past 5 years. He adds that while the Salt Lake City field office has been overseeing Utah, Montana, and Idaho, more than half of all the investigations have actually started here in the Treasure State. Governor Gianforte says having an office here instead of Salt Lake City will make a big difference for fighting crime.
And these resources are critical really for missing and murdered Indigenous children, for tracking the cartels, getting fentanyl off the street. Having a law enforcement FBI office here in Billings is going to help us make Montana safer.
This is not the first FBI field office, but is the first one in 30 plus years. There was an office in Butte, but that closed back in 1989. The U.S. military today said a strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat in the Pacific killed 4 people. Meanwhile, lawmakers summoned top military brass to explain a controversial attack on another boat off the coast of Venezuela back in September. Erica Brown has the latest on this ongoing situation from Capitol Hill.
Do you accept responsibility for the incident, sir?
In a classified briefing Thursday, Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley said Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth never issued an order to kill everyone on board a suspected drug smuggling boat, as previously reported by the Washington Post. Behind closed doors, lawmakers were shown both the video of the first strike on the vessel and a second, which has not been released to the public, that killed 2 shipwrecked survivors. Democratic Congressman Jim Hines said that violated the Defense Department's rules of engagement.
What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service.
Lawmakers were also told there were a total of 4 strikes during the attack. While some questioned the legality of firing on shipwrecked survivors, other lawmakers say the video shows the strike was lawful.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs, bound for the United States, back over so they could stay in the fight.
Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat.
Secretary Hegseth has been under more scrutiny after the release of an inspector general's report that found he could have endangered U.S. service members last spring with his handling of sensitive military intelligence. The report determined Hegseth shared sensitive information that could have jeopardized a military operation in Yemen over an unapproved, unsecure network on his personal device, violating Department of Defense policy. But the report also noted Hegseth has the authority to declassify information. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
A Livingston woman is sharing her side of the story after she was arrested in October for writing a threatening letter to city officials. Lindy Gibson says she penned that letter after growing frustrated about a couple of changes happening in the city that she's lived in for 72 years. Some of those plans involve putting in a parking lot and removing dozens of trees from Sacagawea Park. Gibson admits it was wrong and says she regrets writing it, tried to take it back, but the mail had already been picked up.
I wrote a terrible letter, and it was horrible and hateful. Those are the three adjectives I can use, and nothing lighter. It's all just a blur, a nightmare that I will carry with me the rest of my life.
Gibson spent 2.5 hours in jail, but the charges for threatening harm to influence city decisions were eventually dropped. There is a restraining order against her that prevents her from entering city office buildings. Laurel has been selected to be home to a new state mental health facility, and tonight, for the first time since it was selected, we're hearing from both the governor and city leaders about that decision. Our Isabel Spartz reports.
It's a decision that's caught many off guard.
I was surprised, and I think my colleagues were surprised.
The location for the proposed $26 million state forensic mental health facility was selected last week by DPHHS to come to Laurel. But maybe no one's more thrown off than Laurel itself.
The state did not send me information on it. I had to go seek it once it went to the press.
In a city council work session Tuesday, Chief Administrative Officer Kurt Markegard said city officials didn't find out about the decision until after the announcement was made, as the city council did not submit a proposal.
That is a state agency, like Michelle said, doing what they want to do. It's not reflective of the city council.
During the meeting, Markegard and City Attorney Michelle Brockman said the city is hesitant to speak on the facility as they have not yet been approached by the state.
There may be and likely will be both annexation and zoning issues that will have to be presented to the city through the proper channel.
From what I understand, we never applied for that facility to be put here.
Laurel resident Amy Mullaney was at that meeting and sees both the pros and cons.
It's not a long-term stay. It's not something that's going to really tackle the mental health issues that we do have in Montana.
But what we don't know yet is where in Laurel the mental health facility will go. The land that was thought to be the site just up the road here on Old US Highway 10, well, the property owners say they've not been contacted by state officials about any of this. The state says, however, they are optimistic about the site.
We're not going to go someplace where it's not wanted.
On Thursday, Governor Greg Gianforte said the facility was of interest to the city.
It's certainly needed in all of eastern Montana. According to the work that was done at DPHHS, it seems to be the best location.
That as Laurel now waits for the state's next move.
There is a lot of concern in the Laurel community.
In Laurel, Isabel Spartz, MTN News.
Well, the city of Laurel did not submit an application for the hospital. City leaders did express support for building that facility just outside city limits. In a November letter to the state, Chief Administrative Officer Kurt Markegard said he and the mayor had identified a location just outside city limits. It would, quote, make building the facility remarkably successful. Markegard described the property as having adjacent water and sewer lines that are currently being installed and having natural gas, electrical power lines and fire hydrants. Markegard did admit the property would have to be annexed to receive city services, and it remains unclear where that property is located. And a quick explainer on what type of facility is exactly coming to Laurel. The state announced Laurel was chosen for a new behavioral health facility, but it is actually a lockdown forensic facility. That means it is for people in jail who need a mental health evaluation before standing trial. The state does hope to eventually build into a civil mental behavioral health facility, which would allow the general public to use the state's service.
We've had a lot of clouds most of the day today around Montana and Wyoming, but not a lot of snow to show for all those clouds. Had a lot of windy weather in Park County, Wheatland County, and Sweetgrass County too. That's starting to subside a little bit around parts of Big Timber, but it's still windy to the west. We have some light snow showers from Muscle County to Rosebud County, moving from Millstone southeastward all the way toward Lame Deer. Additional light snow shower and snow and rain mixes for the northeastern corner of the state from Poplar and Plentywood southeastward all the way toward Glendive. But for the areas around much of southern Montana, fairly quiet weather right now. We're going to have a lot of active weather all the way through the next week. Your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
A new study reveals 40% of American families plan to spend less this holiday season. Here in Montana, more than 900 families have already registered for holiday assistance programs. That's why, as our Matt Carmack reports, plenty of local nonprofits are asking the community to help give back this Christmas.
It's the holiday season, which means it's the season of giving back.
What a great time to stop, pause, and remember why we're thankful.
Here in Billings, if you're able and interested in giving back, there are a ton of ways to. And the first way is right here at Q2. It's called Adopt a Family, and it's exactly what it sounds like.
These families are very well deserving. A lot of them are single mothers. A lot of them are hardworking parents.
If you visit our website at ktvq.com/holiday, there are still 8 families in need of some Christmas joy.
So you can actually adopt individuals in the family or shop for parts of the list and get us those items, and we'll mark them fulfilled as soon as we have them.
Once you find the family you connect to most, then it's the fun part, going shopping. Q2 visited Dunham's to purchase some winter coats and boots for some of our families. Then we hit up Shields to buy some of those toys.
The list, some of them range from, I think one mother wants a vacuum, to Legos for kids. A couple of kids want bikes on there as well.
But this isn't the only way to help this Christmas. Toys for Tots is also still collecting donations to put under the tree this week. And they're in desperate need of gifts for older kids and teens.
It warms my heart to know that we can help out the community in that way by at least providing some toys for them to celebrate.
Toys for Tots donations can be dropped off at Valley Credit Union on King Avenue until December 11th.
I mean, it's really just to help out the community, help out those that can't really provide at Christmas.
Next up for Q2 was Family Promise of Yellowstone Valley. This year, the nonprofit is in desperate need of size 6 diapers and gifts for mom and dad.
Here at Family Promise, we made it our goal that every person, adult, child, teen, gets something for Christmas because they deserve it too.
Similar to Toys for Tots, Family Promise is also looking to help out the teenagers with presents like electronics, hoodies, or gift cards. Once you're finished shopping, head to our website at ktvq.com for more information on where to drop off your generous donations. In Billings, Matt Carmack, MTN News.